Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I am going to be installing a diesel heater. Christina and I have decided to install a diesel heater into the truck this time. As you might remember, we had one up on the roof before, which was okay, but it's kind of a pain having to get up there, fill it up, move it about on and off for different trips. So we just want to install one finally into the car, and what's exciting, this one's going to run off the main diesel tank. So yeah, I'm excited to not have to fill this thing up all the time. Yes. Yes, so I'm going to show you the kit that I got in a minute. It's one of those cheap Chinese specials off of eBay. I think it was about 80 quid, roughly, if I remember correctly. First of all, we need to show you where I am going to put the diesel heater. And this is here. If you remember from our last video, we removed the rear factory heater, which is pretty useless really, because it's only when the vehicle's on for warming the backseat passengers or whatever, and it's a bit of a liability having pipes running to the back with coolant and etc. So got rid of that, just put a plate on there, and the diesel heater is going to sit here behind. When the chair's closed, there's a gap just big enough for the diesel heater to sit. As you see, I've used blue tack to mark roughly where the diesel heater is going to go, and I've got a template or a plate to actually cut the holes, which will make it neater and we're more likely to get a good fit. This is the diesel heater equipment and the diesel heater itself. So I went for this one. They're all the same pretty much. This has the carbon fiber look-alike type cover instead of the red. Some people seem to think that these came out factory better than the others for some reason. I don't know why, but thought why not, give it a go. As you can see, the air inlet and fuel inlet, exhaust. This is the plate, so we can use. I'm not going to use that because we are going to install it straight onto that plate that I've put in the car, but I will use that as a template to cut the holes. And so there's a digital LCD control, has a little remote that you can turn it on and off by remotely. Air intake, resonator, or it's not a filter really, but it's just to quieten it up, as well as the exhaust resonator, supposed to make it a bit quieter. Some pipes to get the heat to where you want it to go, splitter joiner if you want to have two options of hot air coming out, the exhaust pipe itself. Oh, excuse me. This is a pickup pipe, but if you had watched our last video you would have seen that I bought my own pickup pipe, which was a bit better than this one, to be honest, and that's ready to be connected to already. Well, I'll stick in now a little clip of us putting that in. Been meaning to install, well, we're going to do something better with our diesel heater. So I've got this pickup pipe for a tank, so we can actually... Okay, so I have drilled a hole in the sender cap for the diesel heater, the new diesel heater section there, which is that pipe that runs down to the end. Kept it ever so slightly higher than the bottom of the pickup, so it will never run out the tank completely of diesel. So you can see that, and all the associated clips and fuel pipe and things, little filter to install the actual thing itself, and the pump, the fuel pump. So, and that's got a little bracket, which is, because these click a lot, the rubber I suppose helps deaden the sound. That's free. Make a mess on there. Okay, so I'm just gonna mark out the center of the holes with this punch. first, save making a mess. Who's that?
Is it tea lady?
Yeah, it is tea lady. About time, eh?
Excuse me. Yeah.
We're installing a diesel here, didn't you know?
Yeah, my bestie, you better look after it. There is no tea.
This is going to be the install of all installs. Yeah. Looks promising.
Yeah, you brought you biscuits.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, I ate two. They didn't make it.
What? You've had yours already then?
Good.
Now you got no tea. No tea. No biscuit with your tea.
That's alright. I'll share one of yours then. How's it going?
Alright, other than struggling with dying drill batteries.
Oh.
I've had this old thing for like, I don't know,
You've
5
had it-
years.
Yeah, if not more. You used to
And
use it in gardening as well.
It's not even lithium ion batteries, it's the older type, whatever they are. What are they? I don't know.
Well,
NiCad.
you wanted to get some sort of drill in the future with the same batteries? Or...
Work stuff, power share, because you can use the same battery for everything. Now I've got this, might as well get a new drill in this brand eventually. And then we have to have one battery on the road, saves weight, one or two probably. And replace my old school angle grinder. They do one as well, same batteries, win. Okay, that took a while, fiddling about with that. It was kind of just off my hole, so I had to kind of alter it a bit, but she's in, look, it's almost dark now. It's in place. Just got to secure it from underneath, do the bolts up and connect everything. But that's half the battle, is getting it in the right place. It's going to draw air from this side, pump it out that way. I might put the joiner on, have it coming out, heat each side, sort of one come back over and up this side, one over that side. Should be good. Right guys, this is under the car. You can see where it comes through there. I had it very close, as you can see on that back bit. It caught on the edge, so I had to drill a bit through there. But considering I'm no pro, I'm happy with that. I'm just gonna silicone around the holes and do it up basically. So let's get on with that. So just got a dab of silicone on these. There's probably better things to use, but that's what I'm using. Exhaust coming out, air coming out, exact locations to be finished up. Thinking to run the exhaust sort of up, along and back towards the rear in the wheel arch, and the intake will go tucked up or down somewhere over there. Might put an extension on here. I've got another bit of exhaust, or buy another bit because I think I cut it up. That comes out and round, we'll see. But tomorrow we'll wire it up. Should be able to get this thing going. It's the next day. It's pissing with rain as usual, so I've shut myself in the truck. And but yeah, you know where we got to yesterday. Heat is in, secured from underneath. Exhaust intake is on. So today's job is to get some of these bits done. So I'm going to run this wiring harness. Obviously it has all the plugs and stuff for, goes to the heater, to the pump, to the remote. I have a fuse box up there. I'm just going to run the power feed along here, along the wheel arch, to the heater itself, so that'll be fine. I'm just going to drill a hole through the plate to bring up the fuel line, because we want this inside, we don't want it outside in the wet and things, so secure that somewhere here. Plus this little filter, take any crap up that it might pick up in the tank, and then just connect the old control unit and fire it up. I think fuel success. We have fuel from tank coming through there, passes through the filter into the pump, back down around, and underneath to the heater fuel inlet. Woo. Come on, thank you. Solid. Ta-da! Trying to do this upside down in the car because of the rain is not the easiest. Anyway, I've run the wire all the way up behind the panel. Now we're just ready to connect here. Unfortunately, I've realised I run out of the right spade type connectors, so I've had to repurpose one temporarily. Opened it up. That should do for now. I do apologise for the bodginess of this connection, but it will do for now anyway. She good, and she can go on there. When I put this fuse in, we should in theory have power, so hope nothing will blow up, but let's give it a whirl, shall we? I see a light. We have a screen. That's definitely a good sign, right? See how we get it to work. No idea. Hold it. Oh, I heard the click. Probably gonna take a while to get some fuel coming up through the system from the tank. Can you hear the fan? Little update. Some of you were probably screaming earlier, what a numpty, he's put the fuel pump the wrong way around, which I have, so I'm just gonna switch it around the other way. We should be good. Cool, now she's running. After a few starts, basically about 3 or 4 starts, had to get some air out of the system, prime it, so it's now running on its own steam. It's good. Lovely, warm, hot air. I've already ordered another extension pipe for the exhaust, so it's going to come out of the muffler there and come down and point down at the back here, just to create sort of an airlock if we're going for any water or anything, and it gets it away from the vehicle, the underside of the vehicle. I just want to interrupt this program for a moment to say a big thank you to our latest Patreon subscriber, Technomadic. Thank you so much, mate. You make this possible. And in fact, all of you Patreons, you make this possible. So thank you so much. And for anyone else that would like to take a look at our Patreon, I'll stick a link at the top of this video now, in the video description. It also comes up at the end. All right, back to the video. So we have the final setup. Put the splitter on, which runs to one side. It's going to come out up the side of the mattress on that side and up the side of the mattress on this side, so heat going to both sides of the car. Control panel is now mounted there, and that is how I installed our new diesel heater. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed that or could take something from it. Again, I'm not an expert in this field, but I give it my best go whenever I do something, so there you have it. And please do like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're not already, it really helps us on our YouTube journey. So yeah, take it easy guys, and we'll be catching you next week. Alright, ciao!